What is a woman's number one desire? Modern Stoic. In today's video, we'll explore one of the most fundamental desires of a woman, the desire to emotionally connect with a man. A while ago, I spoke with a man who had been misled by a woman he was interested in. She had told him that her dream was to find a man who was kind, gentle, and treated her with respect, a classic description of a gentleman. The thing is, this man already embodied those qualities before he even met her. He was kind, courteous, and always treated people with dignity. Yet, despite his good intentions and actions, she didn't seem to respect him or even show genuine interest in him. He was confused, wondering why, despite being everything she supposedly wanted, he wasn't receiving the respect or emotional connection he expected. The answer lies in understanding what truly matters to women when it comes to relationships. A woman's number one desire is not just to find a nice guy, it's to form an emotional connection with a man. Women are naturally protective of their hearts. They know that once they open up emotionally, they can become deeply committed to a man, doing almost anything for him and with him. Because of this, they are cautious about who they give their heart to. A woman will only emotionally connect with a man she perceives as high value, someone who has proven himself worthy of her affection and trust. It's not about being the nice guy who buys flowers, treats her to dinner, or showers her with gifts, because those gestures, while appreciated, don't create a deep emotional bond. She may acknowledge the kindness, but it doesn't stir anything in her heart. As the great philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The same applies to relationships. Being kind isn't enough. The way you make her feel emotionally is what truly matters. Women crave that emotional connection with the right man, the man who knows how to lead, protect, and connect on a deeper level beyond just surface-level gestures. If you're constantly giving without receiving an emotional response, it's because she doesn't feel the emotional spark necessary for a connection. This doesn't mean being cruel or distant, but rather being someone who can stir her emotions, challenge her, and bring out her deeper feelings in a way that only a truly high-value man can. This, gentleman, is what a woman desires most. Not just kindness, but the ability to forge an emotional connection that resonates with her heart. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. You've probably heard the story I just shared about the guy who put in all the effort and kindness to win a woman's heart, but still ended up confused when she didn't respect him or show genuine interest in him. He treated her well, did all the right things, yet didn't get the emotional response he was hoping for. This made him ask the big question, why isn't she responding to me the way I expected? I'm being kind, respectful, and I'm a gentleman. What's going wrong? So let's get down to it. What is a woman's number one desire? As I've said before, a woman's number one desire is to emotionally connect with a man. But here's the catch, not just any man. Women are very selective when it comes to who they emotionally connect with. They're protective of their hearts because they know once they open up emotionally, they'll be willing to do anything for the right man. The problem is, many men miss the mark because they focus on being nice or gentlemanly, thinking that will automatically trigger the emotional connection. But here's the reality. Those qualities, while they're important, don't really stir up the kind of emotional response women crave. When a woman says she wants a nice guy or a gentleman, she's not referring to just the surface-level traits. She wants someone who is high value in her eyes, someone who can make her feel something real, emotionally, mentally, and even physically. These qualities alone, kindness, gentleness, might not be enough to elicit that deep emotional connection. If you're doing nice things for her, buying gifts, or sending flowers, but you don't trigger that emotional spark, she's not going to feel connected to you. And if she doesn't feel emotionally connected, you won't be able to meet her deepest desires. The key to understanding this is that women don't just want a nice guy. They want to feel something profound, something deep that makes them trust and open their hearts. Let's take this a step further. What does it mean to be high value in a woman's eyes? Because ultimately, a woman's number one desire isn't about just being kind or gentle. It's about the emotional depth and connection that come with the right kind of man. A high-value man is someone who has confidence, self-assurance, and emotional control. He is a man of integrity, purpose, and strength. It's not just about being nice. It's about showing her that you are someone who brings value to her life in ways that go beyond simple gestures. Women are drawn to men who make them feel safe, seen, and understood. And it's this emotional safety that allows them to open up. If you're a man who understands how to create that emotional connection, how to make her feel like she's the only woman in the room, then you've tapped into what really drives a woman's deepest desires. But here's where things get tricky. Emotional connection isn't something that happens overnight. It's not something you can force or fake. You can't just tick off the boxes of nice guy traits and expect her to emotionally connect with you. You have to create an environment where she feels comfortable enough to be vulnerable, to let her guard down, and to genuinely connect with you on a deeper level. This doesn't mean playing games or manipulating her emotions. Instead, it's about showing up as a man who is grounded in his own identity, someone who has a life of his own, passions, and goals that he's working towards. When a woman sees that you have your own purpose and direction, she's going to be more drawn to you emotionally. Why? Because it shows her that you're a man who isn't just seeking validation from her, but you're also capable of creating your own success and happiness. And this is key. Women don't just want a man who is good to them, they want a man who is good for them. Someone who can challenge them, inspire them, and support them in becoming the best version of themselves. That's the kind of emotional connection that lasts. Now, I know it can be frustrating when you put in all the effort, trying to be the perfect gentleman, and yet things don't seem to click. But trust me when I say that being emotionally in tune with a woman and understanding her true desires takes time and self-awareness. It's not about overdoing the nice gestures, but about showing up as the kind of man who naturally inspires her to emotionally invest in the relationship. What do you think? Have you ever experienced a situation where you felt like you were giving your all, but still didn't get the connection you were hoping for? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your insights and experiences. Let's keep this conversation going. Another crucial element to consider when we talk about a woman's number one desire, emotional connection, is the role of mystery and attraction. Women are attracted to men who have their own life, their own interests, and a sense of purpose. It's not just about what you do for her, but about how you make her feel in your presence. And one thing that most guys overlook is that a bit of mystery can go a long way. You see, when a man is too predictable or overly available, it can actually decrease the emotional connection a woman feels. If you're always around, constantly texting, always showing up without any space, you're not allowing her the chance to miss you or wonder about you. The emotional connection she craves thrives in an environment where there is a balance of closeness and space. This allows her to feel like she's connecting with a man who isn't simply trying to win her over through gestures alone, but through genuine interest and respect for her time and her individuality. When you have your own life, whether that's your career, your hobbies, your passions, women notice that. It shows that you are a man who is independent and confident in your own journey. This confidence and sense of purpose make you more attractive to women than just being the nice guy who is always available and putting her on a pedestal. Attraction and emotional connection aren't just about being kind, they're about creating tension. In a healthy, emotionally connected relationship, there's a bit of pull and push, a sense of excitement and intrigue that keeps things dynamic. If you're always the predictable, nice guy, she knows exactly what to expect from you. While that might seem comforting, it can also lead to her feeling bored or unchallenged. Think about it like this. When a man has an air of mystery, a woman feels compelled to discover more about him. This mystery doesn't mean playing games or being dishonest. It means not revealing everything about yourself immediately. It means not being so available all the time that she knows everything about you. By keeping a little distance, in a way that feels natural and respectful, you allow the emotional connection to grow deeper over time. Let's also not forget about emotional leadership. Women want to feel led in the right direction, especially emotionally. They want a man who can take charge, set boundaries, and guide the relationship in a way that respects both of your needs. If a man is too passive or indecisive, it doesn't inspire the kind of emotional connection a woman desires. She may admire his kindness or politeness, but she won't feel emotionally drawn to him. A high-value man is someone who takes the lead, both in his life and in relationships, creating a sense of security and direction for the woman he's with. So, if you're wondering why simply being nice isn't enough to create that emotional connection, it's because emotional attraction goes beyond just being kind. Women want a man who is confident, mysterious, emotionally strong, and capable of leading the relationship without being controlling. They want to connect with someone who has substance and depth, someone who makes them feel alive and excited. What do you think? Have you ever noticed how your own actions, like being too available or predictable, might have impacted your relationships? I'd love to hear your thoughts on how you've navigated the emotional connection with women. Drop a comment below and let's discuss it more. Talk soon.